Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, eating clean, exercising regularly, but the scale just won't move? The truth is, fat loss isn't only about calories in and calories out. The real drivers are your hormones. Hormones act like messengers in your body, telling it when to store fat, when to burn fat, when to feel hungry, and even how much energy you'll have during the day. If these hormones are out of balance, fat loss becomes an uphill battle, no matter how disciplined you are. In this video, we'll break down the 7 key hormones that control fat storage and metabolism. More importantly, I'll show you science-backed strategies to bring them back into balance so you can finally start burning fat more efficiently. Stick around until the end, because number 7 is one that both men and women often overlook, yet it can make or break your results. Let's start with insulin, the fat storage hormone. When you eat carbs, they become glucose. Insulin moves that glucose into your cells for energy or stores it for later. The problem? Too many refined carbs keep insulin high, putting your body in constant fat storage mode, especially around the belly. This can lead to insulin resistance, making fat loss even harder. The fix? Swap refined carbs for complex ones, add protein and healthy fats to meals, and move regularly. A short walk after eating improves insulin sensitivity. It's about choosing the right carbs, not cutting them. Next is cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. What it does, cortisol is essential in small amounts. It helps wake you up in the morning, gives you energy to respond to stress, and regulates inflammation. The problem? Chronic stress keeps cortisol levels high all day. Elevated cortisol doesn't just make you feel anxious, it's strongly linked to increased belly fat. That's because high cortisol raises blood sugar and insulin, signaling your body to store more fat. It can also increase cravings for comfort foods like sugar and junk snacks. The fix? Prioritize sleep. Even one night of poor sleep spikes cortisol. Incorporate stress management habits like meditation, journaling, or deep breathing. Don't overdo exercise. Intense training without recovery can also raise cortisol instead of lowering it.
Managing cortisol isn't about eliminating stress completely, but about teaching your body how to respond better.
Leptin is often called the satiety hormone. It tells your brain when you've had enough to eat. What it does? Leptin is released by your fat cells, signaling fullness and helping regulate long-term energy balance. In theory, more body fat =, more leptin =, stronger satiety signals. The problem? In reality, many people develop leptin resistance. When your brain stops responding to leptin, you no longer feel full, even if your body has plenty of stored energy. This leads to overeating and weight gain, creating a vicious cycle. Leptin resistance is especially common in people who eat a lot of processed junk food. The fix? Prioritize whole nutrient-dense foods instead of ultra-processed ones. Avoid constant snacking. Give your body time between meals. Get adequate sleep. Research shows sleep deprivation reduces leptin and increases hunger.
When leptin is working properly, your appetite regulates itself, making fat loss far more natural.
If leptin is your fullness hormone, ghrelin is your hunger hormone. What it does? Ghrelin signals your brain when it's time to eat. Levels rise before meals and fall after eating. The problem? Lack of sleep, stress, and poor diet can keep ghrelin levels elevated, which means constant hunger and cravings, even right after eating. This is one reason people who are sleep-deprived tend to gain weight faster. The fix? Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. This is the #1 way to normalize ghrelin. Eat meals with protein and fiber to keep ghrelin lower for longer. Avoid drinking alcohol late at night, which disrupts ghrelin regulation and makes you hungrier the next day. Balancing ghrelin makes it easier to stick to your calorie goals without fighting constant hunger. Now let's talk about your thyroid hormones, T3 and T4, which are like your body's metabolic thermostat. What they do? These hormones control the speed of your metabolism, how quickly your body converts calories into energy. The problem? When thyroid hormone levels are low, your metabolism slows down. That means you burn fewer calories, feel fatigued, and often gain weight even when eating normally. Thyroid issues can stem from nutrient deficiencies, chronic stress, or autoimmune conditions. The fix? Make sure you're getting enough iodine, found in seafood, seaweed, and iodized salt. Selenium and zinc are also crucial. Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, and fish are great sources. If you suspect a thyroid disorder, consult a doctor and get tested rather than self-diagnosing. Supporting your thyroid with the right nutrients keeps your metabolism running efficiently. Estrogen isn't just a female hormone, both men and women need it, but the right balance is key. What it does? Estrogen helps regulate fat distribution, especially around the hips and thighs in women. It also plays a role in metabolism and appetite control. The problem, both too much and too little estrogen can promote fat storage. High estrogen levels, often linked to excess body fat or poor liver detox, lead to stubborn weight gain. On the flip side, very low estrogen, common during menopause, slows metabolism and redistributes fat to the belly. The fix: increase fiber intake from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains to support estrogen balance. Limit alcohol, which raises estrogen levels. Strength training helps women maintain muscle and metabolism during hormonal shifts. Balancing estrogen isn't about eliminating it, it's about maintaining the right levels for your body. Finally, testosterone, a hormone often thought of as just for men, but equally important for women. What it does: testosterone supports muscle growth, energy, and fat burning. More lean muscle means a faster metabolism and greater calorie burn even at rest. The problem: low testosterone is linked to muscle loss, fatigue, and increased fat storage. In men, this can happen with age, poor lifestyle habits, or too much body fat. In women, low testosterone contributes to weakness, low energy, and difficulty losing weight. The fix: strength training is the #1 way to naturally boost testosterone. Prioritize protein in your diet to support muscle growth. Get enough zinc and vitamin D. Oysters, beef, and sunlight are great sources. Manage stress, since high cortisol can lower testosterone.
Balancing testosterone helps both men and women build muscle, maintain energy, and burn fat more efficiently.
So what's the bottom line? Fat loss isn't just about diet and exercise, it's about creating the right hormonal environment for your body to release fat instead of storing it. The 7 hormones to focus on are insulin, cortisol, leptin, ghrelin, thyroid hormones, estrogen, and testosterone. Each one can either make fat loss easier or harder depending on how balanced it is. The good news: small lifestyle shifts, eating whole foods, getting enough sleep, managing stress, and staying active, can have a huge impact on all of these hormones. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these hormones do you think is holding you back the most, and what change will you make starting today? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to FitFuel Science for weekly science-backed fitness and nutrition tips.